Welcome in my class, thanks for joining. This sequence is for posture improvement. I will give you some tricks, some hints how to maintain correct posture. Let's start in sitting. Bring your hands behind your back, uh, shoulder blades close to each other. See that you're making space between the vertebrae and elongate yourself with the crown of your head. A little bit arching back. After, come back to the middle, raise your hands overhead, interlock fingers and push away your palm. Push your palms towards the sky. See that you continue elongating your spine. You're reaching up through the top of your head. Next, bring your palms to your knees and start to make circles. Inhale, arching the back. Exhale, rounding the back. Do 4-6 rounds in each direction. Feel that you are moving vertebra by vertebra. Reach mobility in your spine. Try to make it elastic. Come back to the middle. Raise your hands overhead and lean slowly to the right. Come back to the middle and slowly lean to the left. See that you are elongating your spine continuously. Meantime, let your hip grounded. Sitting bones, push your sitting bones towards the ground. See that you're pushing inside your sacrum, inside the body, and you make connection between the thighs and the hip joint. A little bit push your hip forwards and activate your legs. So make a strong base to your spine with your hips and with your legs. Let's continue with a twisting. Elongate your spine and after twist to the right. Come back only with your neck and slowly pull your chin to one armpit and to the other armpit. See as you twisting your spine, meantime you are lengthening the back of the neck. Inhale, come back to the middle and repeat it on the other side. Arch your spine, shoulder blades together, sternum up to the sky. Twist your spine, meantime you bring back your neck to the middle and pull your chin to one armpit and to the other armpit, lengthening the back of your neck. Now come back to the middle, lengthen your spine and slowly come to forearm position. Wrist is under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Start to make little circles with your hip and the movement should be led by your sitting bones. And start to make waves with your spines at the same time. Repeat a few times in the other direction as well. It's very important that meantime you activate all your joints. You feel energy in your body. It's very important to mobilize every day the spine and the back muscles because there are nerves which are responsible how you feel, how you sense the outside world. So it's very important that you start each of your morning first mobilizing the spine and after lengthening the psoas muscles. Next, come to extended puppy position. See that you're making space between your sitting bones. You can flex or point your toes and see that you're elongating your spine. Try to pull your sternum close to the ground. See that you're making space in your body with the help of your breath. Inhale, lengthen, make space in your body. Exhale, keep that space. Try to release any tension in the body. Next, come to tablecloth position. Extend your leg back. See that your knee is straight and reach out through your heels and the mount of the big toe. Extend your arms, opposite arms forward as well and try to engage the back muscles on your leg and the back muscles on your body. You can stay in the previous position or you can bend your knee Make a loop with your hands and ankles and push your ankles into your palms. See that you are arching. Meantime, keep engaging your abdomen muscles. Let's repeat it to the other side as well. See that you make space in your body, you lengthening, you activating all your joints, and you trying to make correct energy lines in your body. You can make the loop if you want. Arch your back. Be strong. Be confident in the position, and slowly release the position. Now come to kneeling position. Flex your toes, place your buttocks to your heels and lengthen your sole muscles. Meantime, if it's difficult, then you can raise your buttock a little bit and after bring back down. See that you're lengthening your palms as well. It's very important that you're lengthening and strengthening your sole muscles in order to use well your knee and your hip. When you're ready, come to a low lunge position. If you have a brick, then you can place it next to your ankle. Start in low lunge dynamically. See that you're grounding with your heels and move. The movement should be led by your hip. Don't tilt with your spine. Keep your spine straight and your head above your hip. Raise your hands, lengthening with your spine and raise your sternum. You can interlock your ankle and push the palms together. See that your shoulder blades and your shoulders are releasing. Now change the grip. Meantime, see that your legs and your hips are strong and grounded continuously. Release the position. Now it comes a slight back bend. Place your hands either on the brick or flex your toes and on your heels and slightly back bend. See that you back bend from your psoas muscles while continuously pushing your sacrum inside the body. When you come back, see that you come back with the help of your hips and legs and not from your waist. Now let's come to downward facing dog and alternatively bend one knee and the other knee. Push your sitting bones up to the sky. See that you're lengthening the back muscles. See that you're trying to bring the weight to your heels. Doesn't matter if your heels reaching the ground or not. And if you want a little bit, you can raise your toes so you can ground more with your sole. Now step forward with the other leg and let's continue on the other side as well. Start dynamically and see how you're lengthening your psoas muscles while moving from your hip. Keep your spine continuously straight and keep your legs and hips engaged. Now inhale, extend your arms overhead and do half Gomukhasana hands. Grab your elbow with your palms and see that your elbow is close to the ears. Repeat on the other side as well. See that you're broadening your chest, sternum looking up, pubic bone and navel also looking up while you're trying to insert deeply the spine inside the body. Now let's repeat the slight back bend to the other side as well. You can use either the block or you can do without it. See that when you're coming up again, then you are grounding with your legs continuously. There is no tension in your waist. Exhale, bend forward and come to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Bend a little bit your knees, bring your forearm to the ground and make them parallel with each other. Arch your spine and see that your sternum is looking towards the ground, not towards your thighs. Try to lengthening, try to make space in your body. and release the position and come to child position. In child position, you can interlock hands behind your back and little bit mobilize the shoulders. When you are ready, come up and let's continue with the back bend. For this back bend, you will either need one block or you will need 3 blocks. Depends on your practice. You should do this back bend always before doing stronger back bends to protect your waist. Now I will show you how to activate while your hip joint, your hip, so your waist is protected. Otherwise, if you do back bends without preparing, then you will have a lower back pain. So come close to the wall as you see on the video and place your brick to your pubic bone, to the lower part of your pubic bone, not to the belly. Inhale, arch back, back bend, and place your hands either to the brick or either to your ankles. See that you're trying to lengthening, you are not contracting the vertebrae, you are trying to make space between the vertebrae, and see how is your hip and how is your leg. Your leg and hip should be very well activated and it should be as narrow as possible. After back bend, it's always good to do a little bit of twisting. So here as well you can do a little bit of twisting. And after rest a little bit, or you can do a child pose, and after we will repeat once again. This asana camel pose variation, it's very important, so you see how you need to align your hip, your leg, your lower waist, your abdomen, so you can protect your waist meantime doing the stronger back bends. So again, come close to the wall, place the brick to the lower part of your pubic bone and see that the tailbone is looking towards the knees. Inhale, elongate your spine, exhale, back bend and place your hands either to the brick or either to your heels. See that you're opening your chest, sternum to the sternum looking to the sky, and see that you keep engage your abdomen muscle through the whole process. And after 6-9 breaths, come back, and as you rise, see that you are rising from your hip muscles and not from your waist muscles. And now let's continue with the well-deserved child pose. Keep the legs wide apart, and you can do here a twist as well if you would like. It's always good to do twisting after back bends. Stay in the position for a few breaths. Come back to the middle and repeat it on the other side. See that you're lengthening through your spine all your time. Try to enjoy the twisting, breathe into the twisting. Inhale, come back up, and now we will continue with a stronger variation of a back bend. In this variation, we would like to align our thighs, so place a brick to the middle parts of your thighs, and the wall should be behind you. Arrange your hips again, activate your abdominal muscles, and slowly back bend and see that you place your palms to the wall, so your fingers looking towards the ground. See that you have power in your legs and in your hips. Stay for a few breaths, and when you are ready, come back with the force of your leg and hip. Rest in child pose for a few breaths. When you are ready, come up and let's continue with Adho Mukha Svanasana variation. Here we will need 2 bricks placed on the wall, and we will step on the bricks. This variation is very good for prolapses, for uterus prolapses, for organ dislocations. So we will try to bring back in the normal place our internal organs. So come to Adho Mukha Svanasana as you see on the video, and you can bend a little bit your knees. See that you're bringing the weight towards your legs and the sitting bones looking up to the sky. Try to arch your spine and feel as your internal organs will be placed back to the right place. You can stay as many breaths as you want, and when you are ready, just rest a little bit in chair pose again. Next, let's strengthen and lengthen a little bit the leg muscles and the hip joint. So come to rhombus position, touch your heels and touch the balls of your feet as well if you can, if not only the heels. Spread your knees wide apart and try to engage your abdomen muscles and lower back muscles to the same level. You can do Namaskar with your hands, relax down your shoulders and try to keep engaged your leg muscles. For the next asana, lift your hips and see that your sitting bones is looking upwards and spread wide apart the sitting bones. The 2 big toes can turn a little bit towards each other and see that your heel is well grounded, your hip is above your heels. Slowly start to walk with your hands forward. You can place your hands on the brick as well if you would like. Arch with your back and try to bring your sternum to look towards the ground. Try to make space in your body. Breathe and lengthen. See that you are strong and grounded on your legs and on your hips all the way. Next, bring your feet together, hip wide apart. The outside edge of your feet are parallel with each other, and grab your elbows and a little bit just swing back and forth and side by side. Let the weight of your head lengthen your vertebrae. And slowly, vertebra by vertebra, come up to Tadasana. Now interlace your fingers behind your sacrum, shoulder blades together, pull the fingers towards the ground and raise your sternum. In the next exercise, I will show you how avoid lower back ache. So bend a little bit your leg. The wall is behind you and you are from the wall approximately 1.5 feet apart. Arch and place your palm on the wall, fingers looking to the ground. Try to keep your upper arm parallel with each other and a little bit try to open up the front part of the body and engage the back part of the body. See if your lower back is hurting, then try to engage more the back part of your leg, the hip area and the back muscles. This is the key. So to avoid lower back pain, we have to engage more the back side of our legs and the back muscles. The next exercise, I just call it grandpapa's back bending. Bring your feet a little bit wider than hip wide apart. Place your hands on your sacrum. Push the sacrum forward and arch a little bit back, meanwhile keeping the forearms and the upper arms together and parallel with each other. It's very good anytime when you sit long hours in front of the computer. For the next exercise, we will do some hip rotation. 3/4 to one side and 3/4 to the other side, just a little bit to make connection between the tight bones and the hip joint. Now raise your knees towards your chest and flex your feet and try to pull closer your knee to your chest. See that you're lengthening on the leg which is supported, the psoas muscle. We will do it on with the other legs as well. If you want, meantime, you can interlace your fingers behind your sacrum, so you can keep the shoulders on the right place and you can keep yourself grounded. See that you try to raise your knee up as much as possible, and now lengthen the psoas muscle. This exercise you can do every morning while waiting for your coffee, because it brings your hips to the right place and even place. So during the day you can avoid lower back hurting. Now let's rest a little bit in Tadasana. I would like to tell you some basic principles for the correct posture. First, let your feet ground well, especially the ball of your feet and the heels. See that you're engaging the back part of your body. You're engaging the legs, the back of the legs, and the back muscles. See that you're pulling everything up on the front side of the body. You're pulling up the kneecap, the pubic bone, the navel, and the sternum, and you are grounding with the back part of your body, especially with the shoulder blades. See that you try to narrowing yourself at the hips and you insert deeply your spine inside the body. Now let's continue with another exercise, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon position. Now we will do it with the half of the wall, so it will be isometric concentration asana, and with the half of one brick. Start with the leg in Virabhadrasana, two leg, or as you're preparing to Trikonasana, and after bring your right leg up to the wall. So the two leg is closing 90 degrees. So now see that you don't overflex your knee muscles. Try to keep the kneecap activated, and see that you have power through your heels. So you're trying to make the energy lines throughout your body. Deeply insert the spine inside your body and see that your shoulder blades are away from your ear. Stay in the position for 6-8 breaths. When you are ready, then we will repeat it on the other side, and I will show you how it looks from the back. So first, come with the leg to Virabhadrasana 2 position. After, lean forward a little bit and see that both legs try to make it straight and strong. Activate all the joints on your body and try to push the psoas muscle forward, the sacrum inside the body, and the tailbone to the heels. See that you're making the energy lines in the body. See that you're trying to narrowing yourself. In this asana, be putting back to the right place the bones, the joints, and the internal organs as well. Stay in the position as long as you feel comfortable. And after, rest for a few breaths. Next we do brick supported Setu Bandhasana. This pose is excellent if you're doing a sitting job or if you are in home office. It's very good for the internal organs, for digestion. If you have a lower backache, for your sacrum, it's placing back the sacrum to the right place. So come to supine position and bring your heels close to your buttock. Lift your hips as up as you can and come to your tiptoe, shoulder blades together, and place the brick to your sacrum. If the brick is too high, then place two bricks by lying. And now try to squeeze the inner thighs together. See that you are arching with your wall spine, and see as your hip area is narrowing. The brick should be on the middle, and if you fear that the brick is not very strong, then support it with your hands and just breathe. Try to make a vacuum in your abdomen and just breathe. Now, if you want, you can bring one leg up, first bend it and after strengthen the leg. See that you are reaching up with the heel and with the mount of the big toe. Keep it for a few breaths and after repeat it on the other side. See that meantime you're pushing into the brick both sides of your sacrum. It's a very nice hip correction exercise as well. If you feel that it was enough, then again come to tiptoe and take out the brick, and for a few breaths just bring your knee close to your chest and just relax. Observe your sensations at the hip area. Now the next two exercise, it's very efficient but it's not compulsory. We will do headstand and we will do Sarvangasana, the shoulder stand. If you hasn't practiced yet headstand with teacher, then please don't do it. Then omit this asana and come to shoulder stand, or just come to resting position for a 5-10 minutes relaxation posture, which you can see and hear at the end of the video. If you decide then that you do headstand, then come up to headstand. See that there is no weight on your neck, and see that the base of your asana, the forearms, are strongly firm. You can do variation in headstand, which I keep a good variation in sense of posture correction is the headstand which you see on the video. I place my feet on the wall behind me, and first the legs are bended and after the legs are stretched. Both variation it's very good. Meantime I'm pushing forward my sacrum and the internal organs. It's very good because it's big. It brings back the balance between the front and the back part of your body, and it brings the internal organs, the women organs, to the right place. You can do more variation here. You can do Garudasana legs, the eagle legs, if you would like. Or any variation which is comfortable for you. Intermediate level, we keep the headstand for 5 minutes. Now we will do it for less time because I think you don't have too much time for practice, but if you have, then just pause the video and do headstand for 5 minutes and after shoulder stand for 5 minutes. When you feel it was enough, come down with the legs straight if you can. And always rest in child pose at least for 6-8 breaths before raising the head. Slowly rise up and let's continue with Sarvangasana with the shoulder stand. I will use a strap and for shoulder stand. I made a loop and I place it to my feet, and between the 2 feet there is approximately 2-3 centimeters. Slowly come up to shoulder stand. See that the weight is on your shoulder, not on your neck or not on your elbows, and try to lengthen. Try to bring your upper body and your lower body in one line and push your psoas muscle towards your head. Engage the back of your body, engage the back muscles and engage the back of the leg. See that you're pushing away the strap, so you're squeezing the strap, and you try to feel the outer edge of your body. See that you pushing your leg up to the sky, especially with the heel and with the ball of the big toe. Try to narrow yourself from the side. Activate all the joint muscles. Usually we staying in this position for 3 to 5 minutes, but now because I wanted to make the video short, we will continue with Halasana. So slowly lower your legs and unloop your feet and come to Halasana position. If you have a wall, then place the legs on the wall so that your legs should be parallel with the ground. This version of Halasana, it's very good for the internal organs, for digestion as well. Try to keep your leg muscles, leg joints engaged. Try to pull the 2 sitting bones up to the sky and stay on your shoulder. You can support your back with your hand. Just try to observe what's happening in this position. And after slowly, vertebra by vertebra, roll back, and for a few breaths just relax. And now we will start with the well-deserved relaxation, which can be 5 to 10 minutes, depends on your time. Now first we will use a brick, which is very good for hunchback. Bring the upper side of the brick to the lowest point of your shoulder blades and slowly lie flat on your brick. You can be on your sole or you can extend your leg. You can interlace your hands at the elbow and stay like this in this position, opening your chest, opening your breast, opening the heart center for a few breaths. You can stay during the warm relaxation practice in this posture, or when it was enough, then you can just slowly pull out the brick and just stay in Shavasana. I leave it on you. And now let's start the relaxation. Find a comfortable position and let your body, your muscles, your joints, your bones to relax. See that you are grounding. Now you don't have to engage your muscles. You don't have to make a force. Just try to relax. Try to let go. If you need now, you can move a little bit more, but for the next 5-10 minutes, try to stay motionless. Lengthen the back of your neck, release your shoulders, release the muscles along your spine. Feel that you are safe, and comfortable. Start to observe your breath. See that the breath evenly flows between the right and the left nostrils. Exhalation should be longer than inhalation. Just observe your breath and bring your attention inside you and just observe the sensation of your body. Observe but don't react. Continue this observation for 2-3 more minutes and you will feel more relaxed, refreshed than before the practice. Thank you for attention. See you in the next video.